Someone put me out, I'm on fire. I can't give a fuck about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, that's so paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. Money ties in the culture, hit you with them get ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost kick the usher. No, I can't touch you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing sorta, rolling out through the rubber. Remember, it's a jungle.
Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Don't ask me a thing. How I got it, how I did it. Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bad heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New Orleans Saints.
Taken about 7 yards deep. Probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
He's brought down at the 20.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Side taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
36-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
He's brought down at the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Flush to his right. And he finds a man in a crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
15-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
Kamara, the ball
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Saints 7, Jaguars nothing. Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
The tackle made.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
A gain of 12. And a Jaguar first down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Saints 7. Jaguars nothing.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Judy, but it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
Jaguars.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And big loss here as he's taken down.
You've got plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he'll air this one deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jerry Jeudy with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Escaping. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1 yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
3rd down.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Let it go, and it's picked. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a goal.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 87 yards. And once again, the Saints are back out in front.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
It's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Down the middle, and it's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
At the Saints' 28-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Eluding the pressure right. Man, that's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. That is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Second and 3. They'll roll him out right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This will be fielded at the 17. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick
The
off.
Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now we're in a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's got a first down inside of midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 41. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Going to give this time to the tailback. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
They'll set up to throw. He's got a his running back. It's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Down. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go. That's the end of it.
That is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run it with Kamara, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First down, Jaguars.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
On the play. And a Jaguar first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a third and 2 more. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the Jaguars' 11-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now.
Brings up third and goal.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down.
Fourth and goal.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. There is, he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Watkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. He's going to air one out. They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 55 yards. Buying time to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it go again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 49. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5, and he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got his man on the crossing route. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apken. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they will take a knee here.
Tonight's final.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Saints, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.